Hey, what is up, Ninja Nation? Ninja Nation! Welcome back, guys, to my channel. My name is Ninja. Welcome back, guys, to a brand new Wicked video. It's been like a quick little while since we did a Wicked video. Yeah, it's been like a quick little while. It's been like, I don't know how many. It's been like a month. No, I did a Wicked video this month. I remember a lot of things. Yeah. I gotta get things. I forgot one thing. So yeah, okay, here we go. Here. So guys, welcome back. So yeah, before we start up with this Wicked video, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys go down below and hit that like button down below. Make the like button turn blue. Leave a like on this video if you do enjoy this video. So yeah. Also guys, don't forget guys to hit that subscribe button down below if you guys are new here. Let me check and find out my channel a little bit. So yeah, I'm checking this whole Kool-Aid. I really like it. I like it. It looks amazing. So guys, we still 474 subscribers in. So yeah, I'm so sorry about that, guys. But guys, please guys, make sure you guys go down below, hit that subscribe button down below. We are trying to get this channel up to 500 subscribers before my birthday, that is June 8th. So make sure you guys go down below and hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. So yeah, share this video as well. So yeah, also guys, turn that notification bell icon on to never miss an upload. And now let's get right to the Wicked video. Today we are making Dreamworks. Yeah guys, I recently watched all of the Dreamworks movies. I recently watched all of them. Yeah, I saw all of them this year. Because there's some films I haven't seen yet, and I really want to make this before the new Spirit movie comes out. Because why not? And we are making all 39 Dreamworks animated movies. So I'll be right back to set things up. So yeah, I'll be right back. I think that's perfect, right? I think so. I went out of my YouTube channel, checking something. Yeah. So guys, we are doing a tier list. Yeah guys. We're gonna do a tier list. Guys, we're gonna do a tier list. Then we're gonna be make our them. So yeah, just a sec guys, I'll be right back one more time. Okay guys, we are back. I had to forget about my notepad right here of all of my Dreamworks films that I rank because it's a big list. So yeah, it's a big list. So yeah, here we go. So guys, if you want this tier list, I'll put a link in the description down below in the description box. In the description of this video. So yeah, so guys, we have 39 Dreamworks films we had to rate. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to this mode right here. So yeah guys, the tier list is a little bit more different, a little bit more, because why, the whole house screen is a little bit more better. So yeah, I'm gonna be right back one more time. I got to show on all of these films. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back and I got everything fixed up, and yeah, everything is in their order. So yeah, so yeah, when I said before, this video looks a little bit more different. So yeah, it's a little bit more better because we can see like all of them. So yeah, don't let the wicked video starts now. So we start up with the okay. Let's start up with it. Let me check something very quickly. I might move this up a little bit more. Okay, that's fine. So it's this film right here was. I have a bad time with this film. Yeah. This is the worst. This is one of my least favorite Dreamworks movies of all time. I just didn't really like the story, what they're telling. It's just like telling the story of A Bug's Life from Pixar. And yeah, and I avoid watching that film instead of watching it. It's just for me, it's just a film that I just didn't really care too much. It's a film that I just don't really like. The characters are okay. I just didn't really like the character. The characters are okay. The story I just didn't really like. The film wasn't very good. I just didn't really like this film so much. That's why it's right here on the list. Now the Prince of Egypt. Now this right here goes to the S tier. I love Prince of Egypt. It's a movie that is like a 50-50. It's like a 50-50. It is a Christian movie, but it's not really a. It's not really. It was telling the whole entire story of Exodus and Moses. Now, it's a 50-50. 50% they have right, and 50% they have wrong. There has been a lot of things in the Prince of Egypt that's not right in the Bible, like whatever. And Moses was a really good character. I really like this film. This is one of my favorite films from Dreamworks of all time, and I really like the Prince of Egypt. It's an amazing film. Moses was amazing. The whole entire story, in my opinion, was an amazing movie. So yeah. Now we have the Road to El Dorado. The Road to El Dorado. For me, it's a good movie. It's just a good movie. I just really like the story. It's just the story about telling Miguel in Toledo. Is Toledo his name? I think so. It's just the story about the city of gold. It's about these two characters going to find this city of gold, and they become like, of course, they become gods, and that's just not the right way to say it. It's just, yeah, the music is really good, and the whole entire story was really good. I just really like the Road to El Dorado. It's not my favorite Dreamworks film of all time, but it's one of my favorite from the beginning 30s. It's just for me, excuse me, I really like the Road to El Dorado, and that's what's right here on the list. Chicken Run, a very first Dreamworks stop motion film. I think this film is okay. Chicken Run for me, it's just not really a good film. For me, I didn't really enjoy it. It was one of the disappointment. It was a disappointing movie. I just didn't really like Chicken Run too much. Chicken Run for me is just a film that I really wish it did have a better story, but for me, it's just a story that it tells you, right? It's just telling the stop motion film about chickens. And yeah, the feelings are just not really good. For me, I didn't really care too much about Chicken Run, and I'm not really excited for the second film. I'm not really excited. So yeah, that's what's right here on the list. Shrek. Okay. let me tell you guys about this. Shrek is a great film. I really like the movie of Shrek. It's about this ogre named Shrek, and you have Donkey and whatever. I just really, really like the story. And Princess Ferrera, is that her name? It just for me, the story was very good. I really like the story of Shrek. It's just a really good story. Now, the film. Lord Forgonis? Forgonis? I just can't pronounce his name, the villain's name. The villain, the I really like the villain. The villain was a great villain, and it's about the story of this fairy tale, like fairy tale village. It's just a really good film, and yeah, when I watched it again, yeah, it's a really good film, and I really like the film. It's a great film, and I just really hope it goes on 4K or something like that in the future because it's a great film. So yeah. Spirit, the I think it's the chameleon of Stallions. I just don't really know how you say it, but the first Spirit movie, I just didn't really like the Spirit. I'm just not a Spirit kind of guy. It's just a film that I think it's bad, but it was better than Antz. The music was pretty awesome, and it's the same actor. The actor who plays Spirit was the same actor who plays James Bond. Yeah. For me, the music is very good. It's very. It's just the story was okay. It's just for me. The movie for me, it's just meh. The music is very good, but the story, you know me, guys, every single time you are making a film or a TV show, you have to have a story. That's just the way of movies, like the way of things. Stories are like very important for movies and TV, because if you don't have a story, you don't have a good film. And for me, the script, I just didn't really like the script of this movie. The movie for me, it's just fine. Now we have a very great film, and that is Sinbad and the Legend of the Seven Seas. Is a great film. Now, a lot of people say that's down here, like these two right here, but for me, I really enjoy this film. Sinbad, for me, is a film that really has that kind of story about discovering the Sinbad, and also the actor who plays Sinbad is Brad Pitt. No, not Brad Pitt, right? Is that what his name? Brad Pitt? Yeah, Brad Pitt is a great actor. I really love the story of Sinbad. It's a great story, and for me, the characters was great. The film was okay, but I really like this film. Now, Shrek 2. Anybody knows the second Shrek? Anybody knows the second Shrek movie is number 1. I love Shrek 2 for some reason. It's just for me it wasn't better than the Prince of Egypt because I really enjoyed this movie far more, but Shrek 2 was a very great film. The way to tell the story of Shrek and Finola, I just can't pronounce her name. It's just for me, it's just a great story. The story was great. It's just, in my opinion, it's just one of the best films ever. And the fairy godmother. Why did they have to bring in fairy godmother mother as the villain of the film? It's just, for me, it's just a film that I just didn't really care too much. it is an amazing film, but it's one of my least favorite amazing. It's one of my least favorite from the amazing category. The amazing category. It's just one of my least favorite of this category. It's just for me. It's still an amazing film, but it's just I just don't really think it was better than the Prince of Egypt. I don't think so. So yeah. Shark Tale was okay. People say that Shark Tale is the worst of all the Dreamworks films. It's just for me. I really like Shark Tale. It's a okay film, but I want to watch Shark Tale instead of a movie called Antz. Again, I really like Will Smith and Jack Black. They did amazing as these characters. We have, of course, Will Smith as, of course, a fish, while we have, of course, Jack Black as a shark. It's just for me, it's an okay film. It's just an okay film. Oscar was really good. Oscar was a very good character. Frankie, I just don't remember the shark name. Frankie, I just don't know. I know it starts with an F. I know that. Does it start with an F? I don't really know. But I really like Shark Tale. And oh my gosh, it's an okay film. Now, the first Madagascar, I think to myself, was an okay film. The first Madagascar movie, Madagascar, for me, it's a very okay film. Alex was very good. Maudie was very good. Marlon, is that his name? The giraffe? I think so. And who is the hippo's name? I don't remember. And Kid Julian. Hello, people. My name is Kid Julian. Yeah, Kid Julian was very good. So yeah, and then we have the penguins. We have Skipper, Kowalski, Rico, and Private. I remember their names. The penguins was my favorite in this film. Madagascar, the first one, I think to myself was okay. It's just for me. I didn't watch this one too much. The very first time I watched this was at my friend's house. So, one of my friend's house. So yeah. Now we got Wallace and Gromit in The Curse of the Real Rabbit. This right here is a good film. This is way more better than Chicken Run. This is a much more better stop motion film. I love Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit. Gromit? I just don't know how to pronounce the dog's name. I wish the dog could talk. Yes, I wish. For me, it's a very good movie. About the story, it's like, yeah, of course, it's like a Halloween kind of film. And yeah, I really like this film. It's a very good film. It's just one of the good movies that Dreamworks ever made. And I very love Wallace and Gromit for some reason. So yeah. Oh my goodness, we got Over the Hedge. I put you right through the middle. Over the Hedge was a great film. It's about these animals who was just want to steal food from these humans. And the story was really good. Like, it's a really great film. I think the name is OJ. I think OJ is his name, or was J.O. No, it's OJ, is the hotel raccoon. I don't remember who was the tortoise name, but the cast was a great cast. And it's a very great film, and I'd rather see this film much more than a movie called Antz, Spirit, or whatever. Over the Hedge is a very great film. Now, a lot of people say it's just a good film, but for me, it's a great film. So yeah, Flush Away was a great movie. Now, wait, where did I put this one? I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Be right back. So guys, I changed my mind. It was a good movie. It's just, for me, the way to tell the story was very good. And then you get three amazing cast members. You get, of course, Hugh Jackman. Is that Hugh Jackman? You, of course, get the actor who plays Gandalf from The Hobbit in the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings. And of course, we get Andy Serkis. Wow. Again, Flush Away is just a good film. It's about this rat. It's just whatever. It's just a very good film. I just really like it. It's my favorite of the stop motion films. If I rank all of these, you do know when I rank them. Chicken Run, last place. Wallace and Gromit, second place. And Flush Away, first place. You guys already know that. But yeah, Flush Away for me is a good film. I really love Flush Away for some reason. And I really like it. So yeah. Shrek the third, the Shrek 3, this is my least favorite of the Shrek franchise. Shrek 3, for me, I just didn't really like the story. I just didn't really get the story of this character of Shrek. And just for me, Prince Carmel, did I just say Prince Carmel? Prince Charming was one of my, Prince Charming was my favorite villain of this film. It was better, I think the villain is much more better in this film instead of the first film, the second film. But I still really like the first film more, the first one. But I really like the third film. It's just an okay film in my opinion. It's just for me, I just didn't really like the story of this movie. It's just for me, it's one of my least favorite films from the Shrek franchise, and that's why it's right here on the list. Of course, the whole entire story was okay. It's just for me, I just didn't really like this film. B movie. I Fit Myself was a okay movie. Okay, people say that this right here, B movie, is one of the least favorites, but it's about this bee named Barry. It was trying to figure out who was stealing their honey and whatever. It's just for me, it's just the story wasn't really good. I just didn't really like the story. The story was again, the cast members are really good. It's just for me, the movie, I just didn't really care too much. B movie for me is right here on the list because it's an okay film. The story was good. In the relationship against Barry and Vanessa, if that's how I pronounce her name. It's very good. So yeah. Oh my goodness. We get Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. What are you thinking? Kung Fu Panda is an amazing film. I really like the story of Po. And yeah, the cast members was this cast. The cast of this film was amazing. You get Jack Black, you get Dustin Hoffman, you get David Cross, you get Jackie Chan, you get Seth Rogen, you get Lucy Liu. That's how you pronounce her name. It's just an amazing cast. I just really like the film. And Talon as the villain, He was amazing. I really like this film for some reason. Kung Fu Panda, one of my favorite Dreamworks films of our time, and I really like Kung Fu Panda, and that's what's right here on the list. Again, Paul Lord Kung Fu was amazing. Mr. Pan, the ghost, was very good. So yeah, I really like Kung Fu Panda. I will watch this for a long time. I will watch this. I could watch this film every single day if I want to. So yeah, Madagascar 2. Escape to Africa. For me, this is a good movie. I really like the second film way more than the first film because the second one really has the whole story. Again, we have the return of the penguins, the return of Alex, Moldy, and whatever. I really like and we tell this is like a prequel in some kind of way. Not really, but Madagascar 2 is about the story about Alex finding his parents, and it's just a really good film, and that's why it's right here on the list. The story was very good, the characters was very good. I just really enjoy it. The way they tell the story of Alex in this movie was really good, and that's what's right here on the list. Master vs. Aliens, I think was a great movie. I really like Master vs. Aliens for some reason. I really like it. Master vs. Aliens did have the whole entire story. And yeah. And then we get, of course, the return of Seth Rug, whatever how you pronounce his name. You get the return of him, and of course, he returned as, of course, Bob. And you, of course, get Will Arnett. I really love Will Arnett. It's a very good actor. I really love Master vs. Aliens. The film was, of course, an alien. I just really like the story of these characters. The story, and whatever happened in this film was great. And the movie is about this girl named Susan was trying to she's about to get married by this guy named Derek. First by Edmund Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is in this film. Master vs. Aliens was a very good film, and that's why it's right here on the list. How to Train Your Dragon. Oh my goodness. I just reviewed this movie, and wow. I really love How to Train Your Dragon. It's a great movie, and it's of course created by 3 companies: Kung Fu Panda, Shrek, and Madagascar. I really like How to Train Your Dragon. The story that tell the characters, we have of course Hiccup, Astrid, Fishlegs, Snotlout, Tough Nut, Whip Nut, Stoik, Gobbo. And these characters, I really like the story of the relationship against Hiccup and Toothless and the friendship. The friendship against Hiccup and Toothless was amazing. And my favorite part about this movie was the test drive. The test drive was amazing. I really like How to Train Your Dragon for a whole, and I really like this film, and that's what's right here on the list. Shrek 4, Forever After. Now, I think to myself, this right here was a good movie. Now, again, I really like this movie way more than the third film, the Shrek 3. Shrek 4 for me did have a whole entire story. And again, cut in boots because I can't say the Puss word because that's a cuss word, and my parents doesn't really want me to say it. So yeah, it's just yeah. But cotton boots is way more better. Cotton boots has been this film. It's about this film about Shrek finding out what if he didn't marry Furora. What if his life was back to normal when he was not invented? But he just was a baby. He wasn't existed. He didn't exist. And yeah, the story was very good, and I really like the fourth Shrek film. It's a very good film, and yeah. I just didn't really like the Shrek franchise. For me, it's just my disappointed franchise. It's just a good franchise. I just really like the franchise. And of course, the actors was very good. The movie, the story was very good. So yeah, that's what's right here on the list. Megamind! We get Megamind. Megamind for me was an amazing film. You get, of course, Will Ferrell. You get Will Ferrell, Brad Pitt, David Cross, Tina Fey, and you get Jonah Hill. Megamind is just an amazing film. It's about this blue villain called Megamind who is destroyed. It's like a Superman film. It's like a DC movie. It's like a Superman movie. Like Megamind is like Lex Luthor. Metro Man is like Superman. Tina Fey is in Roxanne is just like the girl, the news lady from Superman, and I think David Cross was like Lex Luthor's sidekick, if you say that. So yeah, and then you have, of course, the final one, that is, of course, Titan, who's probably gender sad. I think so. For me, I really like Megamind. The story was amazing, and the way they tell the story about Megamind's story, becoming a bad guy and turning to a good guy, was a very great idea. The story was amazing, the cast members are amazing. I really like Megamind for her, and that's what's right here on the list. Kung Fu Panda 2. Now, Kung Fu Panda 2 was an amazing film. I really love Kung Fu Panda 2. The story that they tell a little bit more about Poe's past. We learn a lot in this film. We learn a lot about who Poe is, like who Poe is, who he is, and we learn a lot. Say something about to Poe just say who you are, learn who he is, and learn that he is a panda. And Kung Fu Panda 2 is my favorite, one of my favorite movies. Again, for a whole, Kung Fu Panda is just an amazing franchise. It's one of my favorite Dreamworks franchises of our time. It is one of my favorite trilogies of our time. I really love Kung Fu Panda 2 for a whole. It's just an amazing film, and I just really like the story of Poe. Again, the cast members was amazing. Now the villain Shen, I really enjoy Shen. Shen for me was a very good villain, and that's what's right here on the list. Again, the story that like this movie is about Kung Fu Poe learning in a peace, learning about peace and whatever, and that final battle was amazing. When Poe used the fireballs and he just threw it at them, it was amazing. And the final battle scene was amazing. So, yeah. Now we got cotton boots. Because remember, the Puss word is a cuss word, and my parents doesn't want me to say it. So, yeah. Cotton boots Boots was a good movie. I really, really loved this film about the story about cat boots. This guy, this cat in boots, and yeah, and Humpty Dumpty as like the villain of the film. I really well, kind of the main villains of this film is Chuck and Jill. And again, it's a very amazing film. And we have, of course, this girl cat named, I think her name is Safi. I don't really know how to pronounce her name, but I don't know her name. But I really like Cat in Boots for a whole, and the story was very good. And yeah, I just really like the film. It's just a really good movie. So yeah. Madagascar 3 is, I mean, Europe most wanted. For me, it was a good movie. It's like, it was better than the first film, but it wasn't better than the second film. I really like this film. I have not, guys, I seen these two films, but I have not really seen this one. So I recently watched this, I think a few weeks ago. I watched this one a few weeks ago. And Madagascar 3 is a very good movie. The way they tell the story was very good, and for me, it's just a very good film in my opinion, and that's what's right here on the list. Very good. I don't think it was better than Shrek 2, but yeah. Rise of the Guardians was a great movie. About telling this, it's about a story about these people. We get, of course, Jack Frost. You get, of course, Santa Claus. You get, of course, the Easter Bunny. You get, of course, the Tooth Fairy. And then you get, of course, Sinbad. Sinbad is actually the dream guy who tell people about dreams. And I really like it. And the villain, who was the villain's name again? Who was the villain's name? Let me find out. Just a sec, guys. Pitch Black was the villain. Pitch Black was a really good villain, and this is like a holiday movie. This is a good idea to watch in the holidays, and Rise of the Guardians is just a very good film, very great film, that's right. It's right here on the list. The character is very good, and Hugh Jackman is in this film. It's amazing. And Jude Law, I think Jude Law plays as, of course, Pitch Black. So yeah. The Croods was a great movie. I really love the Croods. You get, of course, 3 amazing cast members. You get, of course, Nicolas Cage, Emma Stone, and Ryan Reynolds. Very amazing cast members. The story was amazing. It's about this girl named Eep and this boy named Guy. Why did they call him Guy? It's just very weird. And this, of course, we get, of course, Krug. I think that's right, his name. Whatever. But it's about the story about this guy named Guy, Eep. This girl named Eep and this guy named Guy was telling Eep in her family that they should go to Tomorrow, and they should go to a place called Tomorrow, and that was, yeah, the story was very great, and I really liked the story. I really liked the relationship against Eep and Guy. It's very good, and I really like this film, and that's what's right here on the list. Turbo. Now, guys, I might get mad about putting this up high, but I'm so sorry, guys. Turbo, in my opinion, was a great film. Again, guys, all of this is just my opinion. Turbo, for me, was a great film. Ryan Reynolds, as of course, Turbo, was amazing. And the villain, what's the villain's name? Guy. Guy was his name, but yeah, but I don't remember. But the villain was the actor who plays a short from SNL called The Shooting, and he plays like one of the main. He's kind of the main guy. Like he's like the first person that you ever seen of this short. But yeah, I just really like the cast members. Turbo was just a very good film, and I think Michael Panda plays as of course Louis. I think Louis was his name. I don't really know, but yeah. I just Turbo for me was a very good film, and that's what's right here on the list. Mr. Peabody Sherman was an amazing film. Don't be lying. I love Mr. Peabody Sherman. It's about this, like, it's a good idea to tell a story about history. Like, a story about the past of history. It's just, for me, it was an amazing idea. I just really like Mr. Peabody Sherman for some reason. The cast members was really amazing, and the way, like, the story was just amazing. And whoever think up having a whatever, like, is it weird that a dog has a human? Like, a dog raised a son who was a human? That's weird. A dog has a son named, like, it's just very weird. For me, the story was amazing, and you can watch this film on Netflix. I watched this film on Netflix. I just really like Mr. Peabody Sherman. So yeah, that's what's right here on the list. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was, how can you say it? It's just an amazing film. I just really like the story of Hiccup and these characters. Go. I just really like the story of these characters. It's just an amazing film, and that's why it's right here on the list. It's just amazing if you think about it. And the film, Jago Breakfast, like, the film was amazing. Like, again, this film right here is dark, and I think I could get Jago really good. I am Jago. That's my name. I am a dragon hunter. We shall go take down the alpha. Then we will take back. I can get Jago really good, but yeah. How to Train Your Dragon 2. I have not yet reviewed this film yet. I'm still in Defenders a book. And guys, thank you guys, because at around 10:45 on Friday today at 10:45 p.m. you are going to be seeing Dreamworks Dragons episode review. So yeah. For me, I really like this film so much. It's a really good film. It's a really amazing film. That's why it's right here on the list. Penguins of Madagascar is a great movie. How many minutes of the review do we have already? 40 minutes. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, Penguins of Madagascar. The story was amazing. The story was great, and it's my favorite film of the Madagascar franchise. I really like Penguins of Madagascar. About telling a story of these 4 penguins. And the villain was an octopus. David the octopus. And of course we get, the something the wind. Yeah, the wind was Northwind, Northwind, and the person who's plays classified is actually, I can't really pronounce his name, but Beneki Cumberbatch. I can't really Beneki Cumberbatch, the actor who plays Doctor Strange. I am classified. My name is classified. I really like this film, and that's what's right here on the list. Home was a good movie. Guys, don't lie. I love Home for some reason. Home was a good movie. Please, guys, don't be mad at me down below. Oh my god, there's no comments on. Please, guys, don't dislike this video, please, guys. So yeah. Also, guys, if you guys still enjoy this video, leave a like at this video, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icon on to never miss an upload. Yeah, Home for me is just a very good movie. It's about these boobs that's just taken care of because of we have because tip and whatever. It just for me, Home is just a good movie, and that's why it's right here on the list. Kung Fu Panda 3 was, how many times I'm gonna say it? Kung Fu Panda is just an amazing franchise. Now again, I don't think Kung Fu Panda 3 was better than the first two How to Train Dragon films, but Kung Fu Panda 3 is still one of my favorite films of our It's just one of my favorite films of our time. I really like Kung Fu Panda 3 for Home. And this time, the element of what Po is trained to get is, of course, Chi. In the film, Kai is the villain, and actually the actor who plays Kai is J.K. Simmons. The actor who plays J. Jonah Jameson from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. I really like Kung Fu Panda 3. It's my least favorite of the Kung Fu Panda trilogy, but for me, it's an amazing film, and that's why it's right here on the list. The characters was amazing, and yeah, it's just the movie for me was amazing. That's why it's right here on the list. Trolls, oh my goodness. Trolls was an okay film. I think Trolls is an okay movie franchise. Trolls was just an okay film. The characters are really good, and the only actor I know of is the actor who plays Bridge, and that is Justin Timberlake. And Justin Timberlake, and just for me, I really enjoyed the film. The music is catchy. The music is so poppy, and also Poppy is the girl's name. The main girl's name, Poppy. Again, the ending song, could stop believing, could stop to view it, could stop viewing it, from Justin Timberlake. Oh my goodness, it's a great song. I really like it. But for me, Trolls for me is just a good, okay movie, and that's what's right here on the list. Boss Baby, guys, you might be mad about this, but guys, don't be mad. I love the Boss Baby for a reason. I really love the Boss Baby movie. It's a good movie, and also Tobey Maguire is actually in the film. And I really like the cast members. The cast members was amazing. The film was okay, but the story about this baby and this kid was very good. And just for me, it's a good film, and that's why it's right here on the list. It's just the story about the friendship against the Boss Baby and Tim was very good, and that's why it's right here on the list. Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. It was a great film. I really like Captain Underpants. I didn't notice that this film will be a good film, great film. I didn't notice this film is up high. I didn't notice. I really like the film. The film, the film is actually a weird name. His name is actually PP Diarrhea Poopy Pants Unique. It's just a weird film. Seriously, it's a good film, great film. I really like Captain Underpants for a whole, and that's what's right here on the list. How to Change Your Dragon Free the Hidden World. Now, this right here, I think was a better sequel than Kung Fu Panda. I really like How to Change Your Dragon Free. It is an amazing movie, and I really like the story against Hiccup and Toothless. The characters was amazing. Too bad that TJ Miller didn't play as Top Nut. It was replaced by Justin, whatever his last name is. But yeah, I really like How to Change Dragon Free. The villain, Grimly. I just don't can't pronounce his name. Glimmo. But the story was really amazing, and this is my favorite film of the trilogy, the How to Change Dragon trilogy. I really like How to Change Your Dragon 3. It is a great film. That's what's right here on the list. Abominable. Now, Abominable, I think to myself, was a really great film. Abominable, in my opinion, is just a great movie. I really like this film for a whole, and it's just a really great film. Abominable is a great film. It's like a China movie. I just can't really know. But for me, I really like Abominable. It's just a very great film. That's what's right here on the list. The story was really good. The film was good, and the characters was good, great. So yeah, that's right. So yeah, Trolls World Tour. This was a disappointment for me. Yeah, I just didn't really like Trolls 2. The second Trolls movie was fine. The music was really good. I just really liked. Just the story was okay. I just didn't really like the story. The story I just didn't really care too much, and that's what's right here on the list. And then we had the final film. Again, the characters was really good. So yeah. Now we have the next film, that is The Croods 2. The Croods 2 was a good movie. I watched this film Wednesday night, and The Croods 2 was a very great movie. The story about the Croods and these other people was very good. The villain was a ginormous gorilla. A ginormous monkey. For me, The Croods A New Age was a great film. It was a good film. It wasn't better than the first Croods movie, but I really like The Croods A New Age. It's a really good film, and yeah, that's why it's right here on the list. It's just a really good film, so yeah. And we finish in the 50-minute mark. So guys, I want to tell you guys, I'll be right back. I had to set things up, and we are gonna start up with the ranking video officially. So guys, this is gonna be a pretty long video, so please guys, don't be mad, this is a long video. So yeah, so guys, I'm gonna set things up for my ranking video, and I'll be right back. At my number 39, the worst Dreamworks animation film is Antz. Yeah, again, I'm saying it. I'm just saying it again. Antz is just one of the worst DreamWorks animation films of all time. This is the worst DreamWorks animation film. I didn't really like it. It's for me, it's just a film that was just a disappointing film for me. The characters was boring, the characters was okay, the story was boring, I just didn't really care too much. When I watched this film, I almost just fall asleep. If I see this film, I will fall asleep. I just didn't really like it too much. It's just for me, it's just a film that I just didn't really like too much, and that's why, yeah, the story was okay, the movie was not good, and that's what's right here on the list. And now, let's get right into the next one. At my number 38 DreamWorks animation film is Spirit Stallions of the Cimarron. The very first Spirit movie. What I said before, I didn't really like the Spirit movie. I just didn't really like this film. This film for me was just not a film that I would watch again, and yeah, it's just one of my least favorite DreamWorks animation films. I just didn't really care. I just didn't really like it too much. The cast members was okay. The cast was okay. The story was okay. I just didn't really like this film too much. And that's why it's right here on the list. Again, the music was very good. I just really like the music. The story, like, it's just a very good film. It's just a bad film. It's one of my least favorite films, and that's why it's right here on number 38. And now, let's get right into our next one. At my number 37, the DreamWorks animation film is Joe's World Tour. Okay. Again, I just didn't really like this film. I don't know why. It's just World Tour in my opinion. It was disappointment. When I saw it for the very first time last Tuesday, I just didn't really like this film too much. It's just a film. I wish this film was better than the first one, but I just didn't really like this film. It's just for me, this film for me, it's just a disappointment film. It's one of my disappointments, and it's it was like the worst film at the box office. It only hit like around $24 million, I think so. We were still in coronavirus. We are still in the pandemic. We were still in the pandemic last year. So yeah, that's what would be Joe's World Tour in my opinion. It's an okay film. It's a bad film, and that's what's right here on the list. Let's get right into our next one. At my number 36, DreamWorks animation film is Shelter. Of course. Okay. Shelter for me, I just didn't really like Shelter too much. I didn't really like Shelter. It's just a story that it was okay. Will Smith and Jack Black did amazing as these two characters, as of course Oscar as Will Smith, and I don't really know. I think it was Frankie. I think Frankie is his name for, of course, the shark. I don't remember, but I really, yeah, it's Frankie. I think it's Frankie. That's what's his name. I think so. For me, Shelter is just an okay film. Now, again, it was better than Joe's World Tour, the second Joe's movie, but I just didn't really care about Shelter. Shelter, in my opinion, it's just not a film for me. I just didn't really like the film so much. And that's what's right here on the list. The characters are okay. And that's why it's right here on the list. Now, let's get right to our next one. At my number 35, DreamWorks animated film is Shrek the Third. Shrek 3. what I said before, Shrek 3 was my disappointment film. I just didn't really care too much about this film. This film for me, it's just... I just didn't really care too much about the third Shrek movie. I don't really like this film. This film for me is just... I don't know, just a disappointment. The characters was good. I really like the film. It's just for me, it's just the story for me, I didn't really care too much. That's why it's right here on the list. Again, it's not a bad movie. It's just for me, I just didn't really care too much about this film. And yeah, that's why for me, it's right here on the list. It's not a bad film. It's just an okay movie. And that's why it's right here on the list. And now let's get right to our number 30. Now let's get right to our next one. My number 34 Dreamworks animation film is Trolls. Yeah. Yeah, Trolls. I didn't really care too much about this film. I just didn't really care about Trolls. Again, and Kendrick? Is that how you pronounce her name? I don't remember, but Trolls for me was a very good film. I really love Trolls. It's just a very good movie. I really like Trolls for a reason. For a reason, I really love Trolls. It's just for me, I just didn't really like it. Again, my favorite thing about this movie is Bridge. Like, Justin Timberlake. Like, for me, this film for me is so poppy. Like, so pop. And I just didn't really like it. And the villains are actually the opposite of Trolls. They are actually... I don't really know how you say their names. Buggins, I just don't really know. For me, I just didn't really care about Trolls. It's just an okay film, in my opinion. The characters was okay, Poppy was very good, but for me, I just think this film was okay. I like this film, but it's just okay. It's just okay, in my opinion, and that's why it's right here on the list. And now let's get right to the next one. My number 33 Dreamworks animation film is Chicken Run. Yeah, again, Chicken Run. This film, what? Chicken Run was a disappointment. I just didn't really like the stop motion film. The stop motion was good. It's just for me, I just didn't really like this film. The story was okay. The villains as humans are trying to destroy these chickens. Well, good. It's good because why? Chicken's good and chicken is delicious. I love chicken. It's just Chicken Run. I just the story. It's bad. It's just okay. Again, it was better than Trolls, in my opinion. It's just better. I didn't really like Chicken Run that much. Chicken Run for me, it's just an okay film, and that's why it's right here on my number 33. Again, the story was really okay. The characters was okay. It's just for me, it's right here on the list. Let's get right into the next one. My number 32 Dreamworks animation film is B-Movie. B-Movie for me was just an okay film. It's just for me, B-Movie did have that kind of like a story that I think to myself, it's really weird about how a bee and a bee was trying to like whatever. B-Movie is just a good movie. I really like B-Movie. It's just for me, it's one of my least favorite films from DreamWorks, and it's not really a good film. It's just for me. For me, it's one of my least favorite films. But again, it was better than Chicken Run. I really like this film way more than Chicken Run. B movie, in my opinion, about Barry. I think Barry. Also, Larry Keane is inside here. Larry Keane was here. For me, it's just a good movie. It's just an okay film. Yeah, the characters were very good. The cast members was very good. It's just the story for me was okay. So that's what's right here on the list. And now let's get right to our next one. My number 31 Dreamworks animation film is Madagascar. Yeah, guys. Yeah, Madagascar was one of my disappointment films. It's just I didn't really care about this film too much. It's just for me, it's a film that is just... Yeah, these animals was in the New York Zoo, was going to, of course, Madagascar. And we get, of course, can do it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, son. I like it. I love the sun. It's a good sun. Madagascar, for me, it's just a good film. It's just an okay film, in my opinion. My favorite part characters is... The only thing that I really like about this film was, of course, the penguins. The penguins, like, whatever. The story was okay. I really like Alex and Moldy and Marlon and I can't believe... Aloha? I think Aloha. I don't really know how you pronounce her name. For me, I really like this film. It's an okay film. That's what's right here on the list. And now, let's get right to the next one. Wait. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot. Headed to the top 30. My number 30 Dreamworks animation film is The Boss Baby. I wish you guys would be sorry for me. Guys, this is just my personal opinion. I love The Boss Baby. It's just the movie, just the show is terrible. But the movie, I think to myself, was a good film. I love The Boss Baby. It's a good movie. It's just, for me, it's a film that I think to myself, really need with some respect. And I get respect for this film. The story about Boss Baby and Tim, of course, is actually kind of Tim. And these other characters was really good. I really like this film. The film was very good. I really liked the film. For me, I just didn't really like the film too much. I love the film, and the story was very good. And yeah, and that's why for me, The Boss Baby, I do enjoy this film. And that's why, in my opinion, it's right here on number 30. And now let's get right into our next one. At my number 29 Dreamworks animation film is Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. Madagascar 3 was a good movie. I really like Madagascar 3. It's a circus movie. Of course, it's a movie from a circus. Of course, I really like Madagascar 3 for some reason. For me, I really like it. It's just for me, it's a really good film. I really like it. It's not like one of the best films Dreamworks ever made, but it's just Madagascar 3 is just a good movie. It's just Madagascar 3 is just a good movie. There's some done. The film wasn't very good. I just didn't really like the film. The film was okay. It's just the characters are very good. And that's why for me it's right here on the list. And it's just an okay movie in my opinion. And that's why it's right here on number 29. Now let's get right into the next one. At my number 28, Dreamworks animation film is Shrek Forever After. I really like the first Shrek movie, the first one. It's a very good film. I really like the film. It's just for me, the film was good. I really like the film. It's like my third favorite, my third, my third, first, second, and third, second favorite of all time because the first one's still Lord franchise. But for me, I really like Shrek Forever After. It's a really good movie, and yeah, it's like a movie that Shrek never happened. It's just forever after because you do know all girls cannot live happily ever after. So yeah, so it's like telling the same story, but again, not really. So yeah, Shrek Forever After for me is just a good movie, and that's why it's right here on the list. Again, the characters is very good. Cotton Boots is very good. The other characters are very good, and that's why for me, it's right here on number 28. Now let's get right to the next one. At my number 27, Dreamworks animation film is Madagascar 2 Escape to Africa. I really like this is my favorite from the wood like if you think about the Madagascar trilogy, this is my favorite movie from the trilogy. I really like Madagascar 2 in some reason. And that is telling the story about Alex find their parents. Like Alex trying to find like Alex like whatever. It's just for me Madagascar 2. It's just a good movie. I really like this film. Again, Madagascar 2 is one of my least favorite from the trilogy. I just from the horror town, this is one of my least favorite trilogy, my number 4 trilogy. I just didn't really like Madagascar 2 that much. But for me, it's a really good film. A lot of people say that this is right here a really good movie. A few people like me think this is a good movie. Now again, it's not the best film Dreamworks ever made, but for me, it's just a good movie, and that's why it's right here on the list. And now let's get right to the next one. At my number 26, Dreamworks animation film is Home. Yeah. Home. Putting Home above this list. And just for me, I really love Home. It's just a good movie. I really love the story of O and Tip together, trying to find Tip's mom, and then trying to do something. And the film, the girl, I don't really know. For me, I really like the story. For me, the feeling that I really like about these films is the way they tell the story. I really love Home's story. It's just a little bit weird and sometimes a little bit weird for me. I really like this film. It's not the best film DreamWorks ever made, but for me, it's a good film. I really like Home so much. It's a good movie. The story about these characters was really good. Well, actually, the girl is not actually the villain. The villain was Captain. Don't really remember his name, but yeah. You can watch Home on Netflix. It just got on Netflix again. So, yeah. So, guys, Home is right here on number 36, and that's why it's right here on the list. And now, let's get right to the next one. My number 25 DreamWorks animation film is Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Real Rabbit. I really like this film. This film for me is like a Halloween kind of film. It's a really good film. The film was very good, and yeah, this is a very good stop motion movie that Dreamworks in Adabum, Ad, Adabin? I just can't pronounce that name. Wallace and Gromit, it's just a good movie. I really like the story of these characters. And this movie for me was a very good film. And yeah, Wallace and Gromit was amazing. I really like this film, and yeah, that's all for me. It's right here on the list. The film was very good, and yeah, and that's why for me, it's right here on the list. And let's get right into the next one. My number 24 Dreamworks animation film is The Croods: A New Age. Okay, the second Croods. Okay. I really like this film. When I saw this film Wednesday night, I'm just thinking, whoa, it was a great movie. I really like this film. Now again, it's not the best that DreamWorks Animation have ever done, but for me, it's just a great movie. It's a good movie. It's just a good movie. I really like this film. And that's why for me, like, yeah, the characters were really good, and the music was, like, whatever. Everything about this film is good. And I really like this film, and that's why it's right here on the list. Again, all of this is just my own personal opinion. When I rank all of these, it's just my own personal opinion. And that's why The Croods: A New Age is right here on my number 24. And let's get right to the next one. At my number 23 DreamWorks animation film is Cotton Boots, because you have to remember that the P-U-S-S word is a cuss word. So, yeah. Cotton Boots. I'm gonna say Cotton Boots. Yeah, I'm gonna say Cotton Boots. No, I'm gonna say Cotton Boots. Cotton Boots for me was a good film. I really liked this film. The story was very told very well. This fairy tale story was very good. We get fairy tales like, of course, Chuck and Cherry. And we of course we get Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a row. Humpty Dumpty have a great fall. All the kitty horses and men try to pull Humpty Dumpty but back together again. Yeah, that's like a nursery line, whatever. Like whatever. Cotton Boots, in my opinion, it's just a very good film. I really like this film. The way they told the story of Cotton Boots, I really wish I could say the P-U-S-S word. I'm gonna just call it Peter. I'm just gonna call it Peter. Peter is like a good cop name. Peter is just a good. Because we have Peter Rabbit, why not have Peter in Boots? So Peter, I'm just gonna call him Peter because why not? I know that's not his name, but I'm gonna call him Peter because we have to remember that the P-U-S-S word is a cuss word, and I can't say it. So yeah, so Peter. I really like his character. Cotton Boots is just a good character. The character is very good. The story was very good. And that's why for me, it's right here on the list. And yeah, the Golden Goose is very good. So yeah, that's why it's right here on my number 23. And now let's get right into our number 20, our next one. At my number 22, DreamWorks animation film is The World to El Dorado. I really like this film. It is like a good film. It's about these two guys named Miguel and Toledo. I don't know. The story is very good. I really like the story. The music is very good, and just everything about this film is very good. These two are gods. Not really. They're not. They're just whatever. But for me, I really like The World to El Dorado. The story was very good. The city of good looks amazing. And yeah, the feeling The film was good. I just really liked the film. And the road to that's it. The Road to El Dorado is just a great film. The characters are great, and I really like the story. It's really great. And that's why it's right here my number 22. And now let's get right to the next one. My number 21 Dreamworks animation film is Flushed Away. Flushed Away was a very great movie. The characters are very good. Also, you get three amazing actors. You get Hugh Jackman, the actor who plays Gandalf from The Hobbit, and Andy Serkis. I really like Flushed Away. The story was very good. Yeah, the film was just a flag. The film is the film is just called Mr. Toad. That's what his name. I just really like the characters. Flushed Away is just a great movie, and it's a good movie, and I really like Flushed Away for some reason. And also for me, it's a good film. The characters are very good. The characters are very good. It's a very good film, and that's why it's right here at my number 21. The characters are very good. The story, whatever, is good. So yeah, now let's get right to our next one. Heading to the top 20 at my number 20 Dreamworks animated film is Monsters vs. Aliens. I really like this film. This right here was a great movie. I really like Monsters vs. Aliens from Hard. You get, of course, Sep Work. You get, of course, Will Arnett. You get, of course, Paul Rudd, the actor who plays Ant-Man from the MCU. I really like Monsters vs. Aliens. It is a great movie. The film was very good, and the sound. I really like the music. Like we have, of course, I think it's Axel F. Dun 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 dun. Like Monsters vs. Aliens. It's a good movie. The characters are very great. The story was very great. It's just the story of Susan was very great, and that's why for me, it's right here at my number 30. And now let's get right to our next one. At my number 19, Dreamworks animated film is Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. This film was great. I really like Sinbad. It is a good film. It is a great film. It has that kind of story that very made you think that Sinbad was a great film. And we of course have Brad Pitt, Christy, Sid, I don't know. The only person I really know in this film is Brad Pitt. That's all. I really like this film so much. It's a great film, and I really want to watch this film again. I could watch this on Hulu. I will probably watch this film sometime again. But for me, it's just a very great film, and that's what's right here on the list. It's just a great film. I really love Sinbad. It's a great movie. And that's what's right here on number 19. And now let's get right to the next one. At my number 18 Dreamworks animation film is The Croods. Yeah. Why am I putting The Croods on my number 18? Let me tell you guys why. Because it's a great movie. I really like The Croods. The characters, of course, you have, of course, Nicolas Cage, Emma Stone, Ryan Reynolds, I kind of really know why when it's more as Deadpool. Like I never see the Deadpool movies. Well, like I know him a lot more with Deadpool a little bit more. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds did amazing as Guy. Emma Stone really did very good as Eve. Also, Nicolas Cage did so well as the father. I can't. Well, I don't remember his father's name. The Croods, I really like the movie of the Croods. Yeah, I know. I really like the story of the Croods. It's just for me, it's just really great. I just. What? Whereas oh, yeah. The Croods, yeah. Again, I'm just gonna say, the story was very great. The story was very great. The story about this guy named Guy who is trying to get this girl named Eve and her family to, of course, the whole entire, how could I say it? Tomorrow. So yeah, there's not really a place called Tomorrow. It's just not really a thing. And that's why for me, the Croods is my number 18, and that's why it's right here on the list. And now let's get right into the next one. At my number 17 on this list, at my number 17 Dreamworks animation film is Turbo. Guys, please don't be mad. Down below, put a turbo about this high. I just really love Turbo. It's just Ryan Reynolds did so amazing as Turbo. In my opinion, Turbo is just a great film. I just really like the way they tell the story of Turbo in these characters. However, slows go super slow. Wow, Turbo gets just do this. Just like that. In my opinion, it's an amazing film, and that's why, yeah, the characters are very great, the film was very great, and yeah, the whole entire story was very great. I really like it, and that's why, for me, it's right here on my number 17, and now let's get right into the next one. At my number 16 Dreamworks animation film is Abominable. Abominable for me was a very good film. I really loved this film. Abominable was a film that I think to myself was like a film that I did thought was like, well, I did thought this was gonna be like an okay film. But I was wrong. It was a great movie. It's about this girl named Yip. Well, I don't really know. Who have this violin that has this violin that she plays to remember her father. Well, we have this we have this ape, not ape, the whole tower Yeti, who's trying to get home. That's what it says, find your way home. Yeah, I just really love this film. It's one of the newest films, and yeah, Abominable for me, it's just a really great film. It was better than the Croods and Turbo, but again, Abominable, for me, in my opinion, it is a great film, and that's why it's right here on my number 16. Again, the characters are very great. The film was very great. The story was very great, and that's why it's right here at my number 16. And now let's get right into the next one. At my number 15 Dreamworks animation film is The Rise of the Guardians. I really love this film. This film for me was very great. You have, of course, Chuck Flash, Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy. You have, of course, the Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Sandman, the guy who does the dreams, and we have this Then we have the film Pitch Black. Pitch Black was an amazing film. The storytelling story was very, very amazing, very great. Telling the story of Jack Frost, because a lot of people doesn't really believe in Jack Frost. Well, I kind of believe in Jack Frost, not really, but I really like this film, and yeah, it's just a very, very great film. It Rise of the Guardians really, really made me feel like this film for me should be like in my top 10, but it's not. For me, it's right here on the list, and yeah, it's right here on my number. The characters was great, the story was great, the film was very great, and yeah, that's what's right here on my number 15, and now let's get right to the next one. Our number 14 Dreamworks animation film is Over the Hedge. I really like Over the Hedge. It is a film that really made me like, it's just a really great film. The story, okay, it's about these animals who's trying to steal food from people. That's actually what they're doing. For me, it's a very great film. The story was very great, and yeah, Over the Hedge, in my opinion, it's right here on the list. The characters are very great, the story was very great, and the movie was very great. I have a lot of time watching this film, and yeah, that's why Over the Hedge is right here on my number 14, and now let's get right to the next one. My number 13 Dreamworks animation film is Penguins of Madagascar. This right here is my favorite Madagascar film of all time. Penguins of Madagascar was a great film. This film for me really made me really like the Madagascar franchise. When I said before, the Penguins are my favorite from the Madagascar franchise. And yeah, the film was, the camera was very good. The North Wind was very good. I really loved the North. I really love. I love the North Wind. And the film, David the Octopus, very good. I really like the story. And that's what's right here on the list. Again, it's not the best movie of all time, but this is my favorite project from the Madagascar franchise. Of course, my favorite from the Madagascar franchise. So yeah, and that's what's right here is my number 13, and now let's get right to the next one. My number 12 Dreamworks animation film is Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. How did I ever bring this one up high? Captain Underpants was a very good movie. It is, of course, a comic movie. These characters, Church and Howard, I don't know how you pronounce that guy's name right there, but yeah. But for me, I really like Captain Underpants. I never seen the comics. I never read the comics, but I really love the movie. I might get into the comics sometime, but yeah, I really like Captain Underpants. It is a very good movie, and the villain is pretty funny. His name is pretty funny. We have PP, Diarrhea, Poopy Pants, Unique. Why did they call him that? Yeah, and also, Captain Underpants is actually the school principal. Yeah. I really like this film. The story about this film was very good, and it's one of my favorite films about. This is one of my favorite films of all time. This is a great film, and that's why it's right here on my number 12. Again, it's not the best film, but again, it is a great movie. That's what's right here on my number 12. Now let's get right to my number 11. My next one. At my number 11, so close to my top 10 Dreamworks animation film is Shrek. Yeah, the first Shrek. I really love this film. It's a great movie where, oh, you still see this? Okay. Now, the first Shrek was a very great movie. I really love this film. The film was amazing. The story about this ogre named Shrek was amazing. Donkey was very funny. Hey guys, but it's Donkey. Hey guys, Donkey is just very funny, and he's just super fast. Hey guys, I'm Donkey. I'm gonna go to. Hey Shrek, it's just whatever. It's just he's just very fast, and I really like this film. This is one of my favorite movie for a time. I really like the Shrek movie. It's a good movie, and that's why it's right here at my number 11. And now, let's get right into the top 10. Be right back. Heading to the top 10 at my number 10 Dreamworks animation film is Mr. Peabody Sherman. I really love Mr. Peabody Sherman. This is a very amazing film. I think this film was better than the first Shrek film. The reason why I put Mr. Peabody Sherman in my top 10 is, one, the story was amazing. I really love the story. The story against Mr. Peabody and the story against Sherman was amazing. And that's why for me it's right here on the list. A story about history was amazing. I really love the way they tell the story of history. Like, whatever. We have, of course, George Washington in this film. You get a lot in this film that I think to myself was very good. And nobody around it. Every dog shall have a boy. Shall have a human, a boy. So, yeah, Mr. Peabody Sherman, it's very good. The story was very amazing. And yeah, and that's why for me, it's right here in my number 10. Now let's get right into our next one. At my number 9 Dreamworks animation film is Shrek 2. Now, this right here is my favorite Shrek movie in the whole entire Dreamworks franchise. Now, okay, Shrek 2, for me, the story was amazing. Like I said before, this is my favorite movie of the whole entire franchise. Okay, there's only one problem about this movie, and that is Fairy Godmother. Fairy Godmother is the worst villain ever. I just didn't really like Fairy Godmother. But everybody else, the story again was amazing. Like, I really, really love this film. It's just, for me, it's just a film that really, really made me feel like Dreamworks ever made, like, the best film. Like, whatever. This is my favorite from the Shrek franchise. Now again, Shrek is not my favorite animated franchise, but it's a good franchise. I really like it, and that's why Shrek 2 is right here on my number 9. And now let's get right into our next one. At my number 8 Dreamworks animation film is The Prince of Egypt. Whoa! The Prince of Egypt was amazing. Now, I guess a 50-50 chance, like what it's when I said before in my tier list, a few, like an hour ago or something like that, I said that 50% this is, 50% This 50% they did right, and 50% they didn't do right. They didn't tell the whole entire right way of telling the story of Exodus. Now again, it is a Christian movie. It's just not really too much. The Prince of Egypt for me is a great story of telling the story of Moses. Like, it's a really great story. Like, I read the Bible, and yeah, it's just the Prince of Egypt for me is a really amazing movie. The story was amazing, the characters was amazing, everything about this movie was amazing, and the way they tell Moses' story was amazing. And that's why for me it's right here on my number 8, and now let's get right into our next one. At my number 7 Dreamworks animation film is Megamind. Megamind for me is an animation film. It's like a Superman film, but in a different way. The cast members was amazing. We get Will Ferrell as Megamind. We get Brad Pitt as, of course, Metroman. You get Tina Fey as Roxanne Ritchie. You get, of course, David Cross as, of course, Minion. And then you get, of course, Jonah Hill as, of course, Titan. I really like Megamind. It's just for me, you could say how, aka Titan. Megamind was a very amazing film. It's about this little blue genius. Talk about this blue forehead genius Megamind. And yeah, this is one of my favorite DreamWorks. This is one of my favorite animated films of all time. I love Megamind for a whole. It is a amazing film. I will watch this film again. I'm ready to turn this film again on 4K. 4K Blu-ray. But for me, Megamind for me is an amazing film. And that's why for me, it's right here by number 7. Again, Megamind, his objects, his weapons was amazing. And that ending when he said, "Oh no," was amazing. So yeah, that's why Megamind is my number 7. Now let's get right into our next one. At my number 6 DreamWorks animation film is Kung Fu Panda 3. I love Kung Fu Panda 3. Now, this is my least favorite of the Kung Fu Panda franchise, but again, I love Kung Fu Panda 3. The film was amazing. Kai, played by J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons was amazing. You, of course, get an amazing cast. You get, of course, Chuck Black, Dustin Hoffman, Andrew Rhea. I don't know who plays Targaryen. You get, of course, David Cross. What else? Million. No, we get, of course, Jackie Chan, Seth Rugg. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Lucy Lewis and J.K. Simmons. And just whatever. Kung Fu Panda 3 was a very great film. Very amazing film. The way they told Poe's story of what Poe is trying to train right now is trying to learn how to do Chi. Now again, Kung Fu Panda 3 was an amazing film. It's one of my least favorite of the Kung Fu Panda trilogy. It's my least favorite, but again, it's still an amazing film, and that's why it's right here on this list. The music was amazing, and yeah. And now, let's head into the top 5, so I'll be right back. Heading to the top 5, at my number 5 DreamWorks animation film is How to Train Your Dragon. This film was amazing. Now again, the first How to Train Your Dragon is my least favorite of the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. But again, it's in my top 5 DreamWorks movies. So, How to Train Your Dragon always make me feel like watching a film that I like. It is a film. Now, this film for me is like my favorite. Like, this is one of my favorite Dreamworks films of all time. And let me tell you, How to Train Your Dragon is my favorite trilogy of all time from Dreamworks. How to Train Your Dragon. Of course, you should put the first one in your top 10. Of course, you should be putting it in your top 10. Why would you not put it under your top 10? Why? You guys are bad. No, do not. This film deserves to be in the top 10. This film deserves to be in the top 5. I love this film so much, and that's why it's right here on my number 5. And now let's get right into the next one. My number 4 Dreamworks animation film is How to Train Your Dragon 2. I love this film. Again, like How to Train Your Dragon 2 is an amazing film. I love this movie from a whole. From the bottom of my heart, I love this film. Like when I saw this on DVD for the very first time with my friends because they came over and we watched it, I love How to Train Your Dragon 2. The story was amazing, and yeah, like it's on Netflix, so you can watch it on Netflix. I love How to Train Your Dragon 2. The story was amazing. The costumes was amazing. Hiccup and Toothless was amazing. Like, and the film was amazing. I am Drago Bluffus. I really love it. And that's why for me, it's right here on the list. That's why How to Train Your Dragon 2. How to Train Your Dragon 2. And that's what's right here, my number 4. And now, let's head right into the top 3. Be right back. So guys, before we start up with the top 3, don't forget guys to go down below and hit the like button down below, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell icon on to never miss an upload. Don't forget guys, we are trying to get this channel up to 500 subscribers before my birthday, that is June 8th. So make sure you guys go down below and hit that subscribe button down below. So yeah, and now let's get right into the top 3. My number 3 Dreamworks animation film is Kung Fu Panda 2. What can you say? Putting Kung Fu Panda 2 in your top 3. I love Kung Fu Panda 2. Kung Fu Panda 2, in my opinion, did have like one of the most better stories, has one of the better stories ever made from Kung Fu Panda ever. The story of Po, just because the story of how they tell the story of Po, the panda, about who he is, no, stuff was amazing. The other characters was amazing. The story was amazing. The villain was amazing. Shrek was a great villain. Well, it's my least favorite villain of the whole entire trilogy. But again, Kung Fu Panda 2 is my number 3 movie from Dreamworks, because Kung Fu Panda 2 really have that story that you think to yourself, really make you feel like Kung Fu Panda is like one of the best trilogies. Now again, I think to myself as well, that's why for me it is an amazing film, it's an amazing movie, and that's why it's right here on my number 23. Now let's get, why am I saying 23? That is right here on my number 3, and now let's get right to our next one. At my number 2, so close at my number 1, is How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. Whoa! This film, wow! When I saw this for the very first time, I rented this on Amazon, and whoa! How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World was like my favorite of the whole entire How to Train Your Dragon movies. The reason why How to Train Your Dragon 3 is amazing is one, the way they told the story of Hiccup and Toothless, and you see the life view, whatever, and that ended when Hiccup and Astrid got married was amazing. So yeah, and then we have the villain. The villain was really good. I really loved the villain. I am a dragon hunter, and I'm here. I'm the one that killed every single night fury, and I'm gonna kill yours too, Hiccup. Whatever. How to Train Your Dragon, the Hidden World, one of my favorite films of all time. I really like this film so much, and that's why it's right here in my number 2. And now it's hit right into the gold, my number 1. I'll be right back. And my number 1 Dreamworks animation film is Kung Fu Panda. This film really, this right here ends up this video. If this video is almost in, for me, we are done. Like whatever. Okay, Kung Fu Panda. This film for me was amazing. The story of Po learning how to learn Kung Fu was amazing. The characters was amazing. I really like the characters so much. It's just a very great movie. It's a amazing movie, and that's why the characters Po, Tigress, Crane, Monkey, Mentis, Viper, Master Shifu, Master Uguay, Talon. All of these characters was amazing. I really love Kung Fu Panda so much, and that's why it's right here on the list. The story was amazing. The whole entire characters was amazing, and that's what's right here on the list. And guys, I'm so sorry guys, this video has been very long. I know guys, it's been like over 2 hours already. Whoa. Yeah guys, I'm gonna end the video right now. So yeah guys, again, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you guys go down below and hit the like button down below, hit that subscribe button, don't forget guys, and hit that notification bell icon to never miss an upload. Also guys, don't forget guys, I'm trying to get this channel up to 500 subscribers before my birthday, that is June 8th. So make sure you guys go down below, hit that subscribe button down below. So yeah, and stay tuned guys, we got our next making video. We have no idea yet. We have no idea what we are going to be making next. We have no idea yet, but we are going to think. So yeah, so guys, I'm going to tell you guys, I will see you guys on the next one. See you later guys. Bye. Ninja out. Peace. One more thing. Hit the like button down below. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell icon to never miss an upload. And now guys, see you guys next one. In the next wicked video. See you later guys. Peace.